How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the 9th episode of Inside LCO Financial Services. Almost at that 10 mark. I got with me Lee Harden.
Okay.
Lee
Yes,
is
sir.
an experienced man. He's went here, he's went there, but now he's with financial services, staying with us. You were at the casino before this, CEO there, and then you came over here as a CEO, and now Scott came over, and now you're the C.O.O. You want to tell us what the C.O.O. does?
Yeah, you could call it.
I know you probably got a couple hats. You wear a lot of responsibilities, but just the main sum of what.
Yeah. I think it falls under the category of everybody trying to get as knowledgeable as possible about the industry and about our company as possible. So, like you said, I was on actually the board of directors since about 2014, and
That was back when this place was just a closet.
right,
Over there. So.
It was. We started out with 3 people.
Yeah.
And we've grown to 71 or 2 today.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pretty pleased with the progress.
Definitely.
But my work has really been involved with setting up the payment processing side of the business early on. I came here in 2018 from the casino, and I feel like I'm the COO in training because we didn't have an industry expert here when we launched, and there were some things that we really needed to do to have the business grow that just weren't getting done, just for lack of knowledge and experience. And since Scott and Anush have been on board, it's been an amazing amount of progress because we've been able to exercise and execute the right things instead of kind of feeling our way along to get to learn the business. So, yeah, it's been a good ride so far.
So, like you said, you were here when there was about 3 people in a closet, and now we got 2 call centers going, over 70 plus employees. What's it been like to see sit back and see the growth since you've been there in 2014 on the board?
It's really gratifying to see people come into the organization from all walks of life. People come with a limited amount of skills, or some of them come with a lot of skills and degrees. And you can start here. The beauty of working here is that you can start from wherever you are in life, and you can pick up skills that you can not only learn to help the business grow here, but you can take anywhere else and you can apply them. And for people who are looking to get on a track for success, this is really the best place to come.
I know one thing that Scott mentioned, or that we draw back to, was Lawrence, how he came in here, and now he's where he's at now. He wants to start his own call center. He even said an own podcast. So
yeah, well, he's been a success story, that's for sure. He's been a big part of helping people get knowledgeable about the business. And if it wasn't for Lawrence, the growth couldn't have happened.
Yeah.
He's been a key pivot person for having the individuals in the right place at the right time and allowing them the opportunity to develop their skills.
Shout out to Lawrence.
All right.
What's been your favorite thing about working at financial services?
I think it's the dynamic of watching people come into the organization, and we have some latitude with the policy that has really been working well. Some people have come to the organization in a manner that could be considered. I think the best word for it is hopeful that this works out. And once they get here, it can seem a little overwhelming, but it's interesting to watch people struggle through the uncomfortableness and the the massive amount of information you have to take in and the
Yeah.
training at first, and then to see their response to that. I think the most gratifying part of what I see is when people, people are unsure, but the ones that really apply themselves and become a real asset to the organization. That's really makes me super happy to see
Yeah.
that.
I know sometimes it's like it could be like a Navy SEAL training even. Lawrence is yelling at you, telling, get down and do 10 push-ups, you get an answer wrong. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But, it's an
I
extent.
can see him doing that.
And I think we might have half the workforce maybe if that's how it was, but, it's a nice process.
Right.
So, one thing is financial service has pretty great culture, good work environment, lots of happy people. How do you keep the team members happy?
Well, I like to be a good listener. I like to hear what people have to say objectively. I put myself in their shoes. And I make an objective decision right back, though. I mean, I don't necessarily buy into a story somebody might tell me as much as I like to stay objective and consider what it might really be like in terms of challenge for them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people are challenged by things that are kind of outside their control. And when we get to help in situations like that, it makes me feel really good.
Understandable. Yep.
Yeah.
What are some of your outside interests that you do every day? I know you're a pretty busy guy. Me and you just went out golfing and it was your first time out all year.
Yeah.
I'm out there. I'm out there every day. But what do you like to do outside of work?
I like mountain biking. I'm a kayaker. I like to be outdoors as much as possible. So I spend a lot of my free time even out there in bad weather, no matter what. I just think it's important to stay active, get stuff done. I like fishing. I like golf. I don't do as much of it as I used to. Of course, I get caught up with a few things from work, and over the more recent years, it's just been tougher to spend time doing the things I like.
Yeah. Is it important to you to make sure that you do stay engaged with your outside activities, though, just to kind of keep a little flow going with, especially with staying outside, like you said?
Oh, for sure. It's the balance that everybody needs.
Mm-hmm.
I have found myself grinding it out 14 hours a day for days on end and months on end, and it wears you down.
Yeah.
It's a hard decision to make. You're just gonna pick a place to stop with the work and take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there, do something you like to do, get a change of scenery, get some fresh air. That's what keeps me going day to day.
Yeah. You mentioned kayaking. What are your favorite places to kayak? Not locally, even anywhere. Are you an experienced kayaker? Can you give us your background?
Not really. I've probably been doing it for 8 or 10 years, but not aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
I'd really like to try the whitewater rafting, like in the rivers out in Colorado.
Is that when you're in that little... I had it on Connect on the Xbox. You're sitting there on is it like an inflatable boat? That's what it looked like when I was playing the video game.
Well, the kayaks they use for whitewater are 6 to maybe 8 feet long at the most, and they're specially designed for rough water, and it takes a lot of experience to be able to navigate the waters they navigate.
Yeah.
We have class 1 and 2 rapids around here, class 5 being like certain death. And class 1 is just beginning and starting out. And class 2 and 3 rapids around here are fun. I love the rivers instead of the lakes.
Where's a class 3 rapid that's close to us?
There's some class 3 rapids in the St. Croix River.
St. Croix?
And there might be a few in the Flambeau River, which I kind of like too. There's a lot of flat water there, but the rapids are more fun over there.
What would the Namakagon River be?
That's 2.
2?
You can find some 2s and 3s there. There's some shallow spots, but it's still, like I was telling somebody else just today, we were talking about kayaking, and it's like, I said it's like a real-time videotape because the scenery is always changing. And for 2 or 3 hours or however long you're on the water, you come around the corner and you see all kinds of wildlife. It's a new picture every corner. So
I know the way you were describing it to me before made it. You almost got me into it. I'm gonna have to start browsing. Yeah.
You should go. It's awesome. Yeah, it's a good way to spend time.
I feel like I might be a little off balance, so you might have a bit better center of balance than I do.
No,
Has there ever
really.
been any moments where you're like, okay, I might be going under here?
Let me take a break here and say I've seen you hit a golf ball and you have pretty good balance. You'll be all right in a kayak.
Have you ever had any moments where you thought you were a goner in kayaking?
No. I haven't had any close calls. I haven't even dumped it, but I suppose that day's coming if I keep at it.
What got you into kayaking in the first place?
Just curiosity, mostly. Yeah, my wife and I bought kayaks about 9, maybe 10 years ago, and something we both like to do. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit of a rigmarole. I mean, I don't want to make the whole session here about kayaking. But
Yeah.
You have to take 2 vehicles, and you have to drop the kayaks off, and you have to drive down and put the trailer or the car with the carrier on it down where you're going to take out.
I suppose I never even thought of that.
Yeah. So.
You drop. I didn't even think about that part where you drop them off and then you go to where you be and then where do you go from there?
Then you take the trip and then you have to drive back and get the other vehicle. It's.
Yeah, that sounds like a hassle. No, I'm just kidding.
It can be. Yeah.
So,
especially if the weather's bad.
Yeah. Are you gonna try and golf more?
Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to take the time to do that. I've gotten away from it for a long time, and I had a good time the other night. We went out, and it just kind of reminded me I should do that more.
When you got time though? When you got time? I know you're busy. I know you're busy.
You're as busy as you want to be, I guess. Yeah. Priorities again.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try and wrap it up here. I know like I said, you're busy. Just a couple more questions. If you could go on vacation anywhere in the world, say 1 week, you don't got to worry about nothing. You can bring your wife, bring your kids. Where are you going?
Ooh. Antigua.
I don't even know where that is. Is that someplace in Dry Town?
In the Caribbean.
Oh.
We had the chance to take a cruise quite a few years ago, and we've been back to the Caribbean 4 or 5 times.
Really?
It's really quite a different place. I'm a real beach lover, and I like to...
I might have to look it up quick.
I really like to... that's my place to jet down totally. I can really relax on the sun and the beach and...
All right, yeah, I cannot blame you. This place is pretty beautiful. I'll put a picture up of Antigua for the visual listeners, but yeah, looks like a place.
Yeah. Well, all you have to do is say the word. We can book a trip and go.
Yeah. I'd say my dream vacation 1 week. I really want to go to like the Nordic scenery, like maybe
okay. I hear you.
with the Irish, the Viking culture. I can go there and sing some folk songs with the people. I could start going on this mic right now if I wanted to, but I'll say
nice.
you got to pay for that. You got to pay for that.
Yeah, you do.
Alrighty. So Lee, you have a lot of prized possessions in your life.
A few, but I don't know. They're pretty average.
Well, last week I actually broke something that was pretty important to me.
Ooh.
My driver.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, I dented it in the head. you know.
Oh, that's not good.
So then it came to my mind, what's the most expensive thing you maybe dropped or broke?
Well, it goes back a long time. But I crashed my car into a tree while I was driving reckless.
I didn't expect that.
Well, I did. I was when I was like 17. My friends and I used to drive around the fire lanes in the Schwamigan, and we used to broadslide the corners up there. And I know it's not safe, and it's kind of it's a little reckless. I haven't done that, in probably 60 years, but yeah, it happened. I slipped off the road and slammed right into a tree, and then that was expensive.
I assume you were okay after
I was. That was the fortunate part.
Yeah. You said you had friends with you even?
No.
Oh, just you?
No, just me. I was practicing.
The fire lanes, and I take it it's just like a little tight, narrow thing, probably.
Well, all fire lane roads were originally built for access to the forest in case of a fire, so they just kind of got called fire lanes. So they're gravel roads, and there's never anybody on them, and it was one of the things that I used to do when I was young and reckless. But now I'm older, and I'm not that reckless.
Yeah, I assumed you were gonna say maybe your TV fell or you dropped your phone once. I didn't. That took a turn.
Yeah, those things have happened, but they weren't as expensive as
I suppose as a car. What kind of car was it?
Actually, it was a 67 Chevelle.
Jeez.
Bummer.
What year would that been?
Probably 78. Just guessing. Roughly. Long time ago.
Well, at least you're okay now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm good. It was a sad day.
Yeah.
But I got over it. I recovered.
Yeah. All right. Well, Lee, it's been a pleasure having you. What advice would you give to new or potential team members that are interested in joining? Or even our class that we got in there right now, we got a new training class. What's your advice to them?
I would say push yourself. Don't be intimidated by the industry or by the company or anybody working here. You need to be able to step out in a safe environment, and this safe and secure as you'll get, and stretch your limits a little bit on what you're comfortable learning and what you're comfortable doing. And there's a path for success and rewards here that I haven't found anywhere else.
Mm.
And I'm glad to be a part of it.
Sounds good. Well, Lee, do you have any parting words for the listeners at home?
Not too much, I guess.
Do you have any anything like to plug? You're gonna be on tour anywhere soon? Any social medias you want to promote at all?
No. Well, all right. I will give one plug, and that's for a comedian that I like. His name is Sebastian Maniscalco.
I feel like I might have heard of him actually.
He's out there on YouTube. Look him up. I think he's hilarious with the way he's animated on stage and just the things he talks about. He's an Italian guy who's not afraid to make fun of the way people are and his experience of people in normal everyday situations. So
I was actually interested in there's a couple comedians that like going to the cities here and probably the fall. I've never been to a comedy show like that, so I think it'd be something, something to try out, something new.
Yeah.
You know who Theo Vaughn?
I've heard the name.
Heard the name?
I haven't looked him up.
I was interested in seeing him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey. Now the pandemic's winding down, hopefully, and music concerts are opening up, and stage shows are finally getting back into the schedule and some of the venues. And
I know that's kind of
good.
what I was kind of excited for. Just the celebration. People, I'm assuming in the fall maybe no mask. I think they already said no mask already. If you're vaccinated,
Right. I think that was on the
certain
news
places
last
too.
night.
Yeah, certain places.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we won't bore you with that. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next one. Lee, would you be interested in coming on anytime in the future?
Sure. Yeah, we could do topic specific. We could do general.
We can even do like a golf vlog. Me and Lee golfing.
Right.
All right. All right. Well,
the FS crew against maybe a casino crew or something like that. Right?
yeah, we do got that tournament coming up. We could.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like a good idea. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, Cameron.
Yep.